today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Mattel Ghostbusters remake, or the new Ghostbusters, Patty Tolan. Patty Tolan comes with the final piece for Rowan, or Rowan the Destroyer, if you'd like to call him that. Just don't call him that to his face. She comes with the head required to complete Rowan. She does also come with nothing. No accessories. And I mentioned this before on the couple of videos that we already had a look at these figures. No accessories other than the proton packs and the piece to Rowan, which is, for Ghostbusters, kind of a shame, really. It is recommended for ages 4 and up and features the same slime packaged artwork as we've seen with the other 3 figures. Spin around the back of the figure, or back of the package for the figure. The 4 figures to complete Rowan consist of Abby Yates, Aaron Gilbert, Jillian Holtzman, and Patty Tolan. Completing it, you get this in all its splendor, which we will also finish in this video. I don't know if I'll actually do a separate video for Rowan. I might just ultimately tag him or tack him on to the end of this video. But all these come to us from the folks over at Mattel. Finally found these, and I only found one of each figure at Toys R Us. It was like it was meant to be. The universe just smiled down on me and said, you know what, you're a good guy. Here, take figures that maybe nobody wants, but they're at your disposal. And I said, thank you, universe. I'll take it. I'll graciously do a review of these, which is what I have been doing over the last couple of videos. That being said, Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the new Ghostbusters, Patty Tolan. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Before we have a look at Patty, let's have a look at the component that comes included with her, and that is the head for Rowan. Simply just plug this into the existing figure that we've already been looking at over the course of these videos. There is most of Rowan, of course missing only the head. The head, by the way, feels like it's more of a rubber, whereas the rest of the body is plastic. Just attach the head like that, and you've got yourself Rowan. I was going to do him as a separate video, but really, truthfully, there's not really much to be said for him. He does have posability, of course, in that head that we just attached. Arm rotation. He has hand rotation. His legs don't really have as much posability because they just really are plugged into place. He does have posability, though, in the feet. You know, one thing I wish this figure had? What, Spot? What do you wish this figure had? I wish this figure had an alternate head for like the original Ghostbusters. Just the eyes with a regular mouth, not this kind of devilish looking, because then you could almost make it look like the original Ghostbusters ghost. You know, even like from the real Ghostbusters where you see him walking down the street. I would love that. Unfortunately, they don't have him like that. I mean, you can kind of pretend like he's that Ghostbuster ghost, but ultimately the demonic teeth kind of are the dead giveaway. As for comparisons, I actually got egg on my face. I don't literally, but I thought it was the exact same figure as this guy right here. Boy, oh boy, was I ever wrong. The torso isn't even the same. None of the components on Rowan, unless maybe you want to count the feet, none of the components are the same. Not even the head. Now this one, of course, lit up. Lame. But this one actually lit up. This one does not. This one feels just kind of more complete. But what's funny, though, even though this one feels more complete and just like a better looking figure, this one has a lot more posability in the elbows. The legs were certainly more posable as well. I don't know why they would have... I mean, obviously, this one is a lot easier to put together because you're just pegging things together. This one has a little bit more of an intricate... Well, even then, I mean, like the arms could have pegged in, the legs could have pegged in. I don't know why they opted really to release 2 different Rowans. But just in case you were wondering, they are the 2 different Rowans. They're not the same one. I still like this one a little bit more, but this one has the better posability. It's just like you can't have it both ways. You really can't. So there's the 2 Rowans. Let's never speak of that again. All right, so let's have a look at Patty Tolan. Not a bad looking figure. Of course, we've kind of got that been there, done that experience because, of course, the outfit is really the same. The sleeves vary. The sleeves do vary from figure to figure. But other than that, the figure really is essentially not the same build. It's a different build, but the same costume. Of course, the collar is slightly a little bit different. You got Tolan up the top there, and for some reason, I don't know why, it's not coming off, but there's like this weird kind of slickness that's on the torso area. It's like this little bit of red dye or just like glue or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Let's have a look at her head. Bring the camera in there. The head's pretty good. It's actually one of the better likenesses, I have to admit, not having already seen the movie yet, because it's not out, unless I've traveled in time. The head is actually one of the better looking head likenesses for all the figures that we had a look at. Got some coloring also in the top of her hair there. Some lipstick. Not bad, not bad. Tolan also is on the patch area right above her pocket. She's also got the Ghostbuster logo on her shoulder. I am certain, although I am kind of looking at these all at the same time, I am almost certain that somebody has probably hated on my previous videos of these Ghostbuster figures, saying, Spot, how could you like the figures? They're ugly. The movie sucks. The movie's gonna suck. The outfits, why do you like the orange outfits? They're nothing as good as the original Ghostbusters. Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot more coloring in these Ghostbuster designs. Granted, the costumes that they're based from have more the coloring than the original Ghostbusters suits anyways, but ultimately it still translates to just a figure that pops a little bit more, in my opinion, than the original Mattel Ghostbusters. For comparisons, as we have been kind of alluding at, there is Patty, and there is Abby Tate. Still trying to remember some of these names here. There's Aaron Gilbert, that one's easy to remember. Get her to properly stand. I'm actually ultimately too, oops, I was going to say I'm kind of also doing these in height. So there's Patty, Abby, Aaron, which I can't get her to stand. Let's correct the feet. Aaron. Come on, there we go. Stand. I don't know why she does not want to stand. Okay. And then finally, oh, there she goes. Finally, there's Jillian. And Jillian looks like both her and Aaron share the exact same bodies, or same height and whatnot. Of course, Abby's a little bit shorter, a little more rounded as well. And then the tallest is Patty. And there's the 4 Ghostbusters right there. Spot, they're not Ghostbusters! It's the remake! Remake sucks! Well, there's the 4 Ghostbusters nonetheless. There's all 4 of them right there. Patty, of course, I think the actress is about 6'1" or 6 feet tall, so she's tall. So maybe the proportion, she could be a little bit taller than the rest of them. But at least she is taller. I'll give her that. I'll give Mattel that. At least she is taller. Let's go ahead and move the figures out of the way. What could have also helped this line, and maybe some would say nothing would have helped this line, but they could have also included little ghosts, the accessories above and beyond the proton packs, which look again like they can be removable. I just am not removing them in this review, but they look like they have rubber straps. You just slide them down the shoulders. But I wish they had also accessories. You know, proton pack is neat. She does have the removable wand, which you can attach into her hand. No issues at all holding the wands. Again, they're not bad figures, but just don't really know who they were catering these towards. No. Spot's not going to get into a big rant again. I know I did that last 2 videos. I'm not going to do that. But I just don't know what they were catering these figures towards. At any rate, they're not bad figures. Posability-wise, they all kind of share the same posability. Ball joint head, hinged shoulders, hinged elbows, rotation in the hands, the waist. They all feature the same split leg articulation, forward and back motion on the leg, swivel cut thigh, hinged knee, hinged foot. I think ultimately, if I eventually give these maybe to or maybe my niece or a friend's one of my friend's kids, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to want to play with these. Will the little girls want to pick up and play with these, or they want to play with something that they can dress up and they can kind of play with in that way? I don't know if I would say the boys are going to pick these up. So, sadly, maybe some bad decision making on Mattel's part. If you wanted to have these geared, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. But if you did want to gear these towards the little girls that you wanted this line to be, maybe releasing them as figures wasn't the smartest of ideas. Maybe releasing them as a posable doll with dress-up clothes was the smarter route. But what do I know? I don't know anything. What I do know, though, is that this is the final figure that we were having a look at today for the new Ghostbusters line. And today we're having a look at Patty. Good old Patty Tolan. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's got no more videos. Well, let me rephrase that. I still have videos. No more videos on the new Ghostbusters. Some would let out a big sigh of relief. Some would say, Spot, I kind of wish you could have touched more on these new Ghostbuster figures because I love these oh so very much. But more videos are definitely heading your way, guys. As always, Spot thanks you for watching. I'll see you next time.